Keelan and this is Sarah. We have been fishing, surfing, full driving our way around Australia for the past year now. Meet Percy and Keith Urban, our trusty steeds. Subscribe to join our adventure. G'day legends, welcome back. Today we are going to be doing a rundown on the caravan behind me. It's a 20-foot X-Treme model by Urban. If you are new to the channel, my name is Keelan and this is Sarah. We've been travelling around Australia for the last year and a bit. However, at the moment we find ourselves in New Zealand. We're doing a 5-week trip here around the South Island, enjoying the spectacular views it has to offer. Like I said, today we're going to do a walk around on the 20-foot Urban behind me. It's not the same as the one we have in Australia. And I think you're going to be very impressed about what's actually in this van, so let's get into it. Alright guys, before we start the walk around, we thought we'd let you know that the caravan behind us here isn't actually ours. It's courtesy of Fortis Caravans, the Urban dealer in New Zealand, and the van that we have in Australia we paid money for, so we're Urban Caravans customers. That means we retain the right to say whatever we want about this product. This isn't a paid promotion, and we definitely do not work for Urban Caravans. So we choose to be their brand ambassadors because we are proud owners. We choose to do this. So anyway, with that being said, we're going to make our way to the front of the caravan and start the walk around. But the first thing we're going to address is the weights and the construction of this van. So this van tear is 2,900 kilos and it has a GTM of 3.5 tonne. Hence why we're still running the DO35 Cruisemaster hitch, which is the Ducks Nutser hitches. The construction of this van is fully aluminium TIG welded frame. So they have to pay a qualified welder to make this frame. It's as strong as they get and as durable as they get. It's also coupled with a honeycomb floor, so that means there's no timber on the floor in the frame of this van, meaning the only timber in this van is actually in the furniture. So you could effectively spill as much water as you want on the floor. It's not going to get soaked up, and it's also super lightweight and durable as well. So the chassis is a hot dip galvanized chassis. It's 150 millimeter chassis, so it's really girthy. I hate using that word. Super girthy. Like I said, the DO35 Cruisemaster hitch. We've got a handbrake as well as the BM Pro breakaway system. It also comes standard with a stone guard and a massive box at the front here. So on this side of the box, we've actually got a Weber and a Ziggy slide. In the middle here, we've got our 2 9-kilo gas bottles. All these latches are all key to like, and they've all got this dust suppression shield locking system, so they're all push lock. You get a really solid seal out of this, and all the latches actually come with dust caps as well, which is handy because when you're doing the spots like the gib and stuff, dust seems to just get in everything. Coming around the side here, we've got a generator slide. However, if you do get the X-Grid system, the upgraded power system, you definitely don't need to carry a generator. However, the storage for it is there. Moving around here, we've got a massive tunnel boot. So this tunnel boot can fit at least 5 to 28 cartons of beer in there. You chuck your naughty kids in there, husband's doghouse, whatever you want to use it for. It's massive. And you can get lights in here as well, so if you want to know what you're doing at night, just flick the light on. Up here we've also got bug lights, so these lights are just tap lights. We've also got the white light and the orange light. It's definitely not red, it's dark amber apparently. So one of our favourite things about this van is that it has a dust suppression system from standard. So pretty well the idea behind the dust suppression system, there's an actual fan that forces air into the van itself, and what that does is it pushes on all the fixings, the doors, the windows, and creates a positive air pressure inside the van. And what that does is keeps the dust out. No dust can get sucked in the van because it's pushing out on the van. And the switch for that is on here. So pretty well, you get out of your car when you hit the dusty road, you open this up and you just flick this switch. The air gets sucked into this vent and forced into the van. So this is all filtered as well. So a lot of other dust suppression systems rely on the car actually traveling at speed before it actually gets enough pressurization and air through the funnel of it to pressurize the van, where this is actually pressurizing the van at a standstill. It's exactly what you want. You definitely want one with a fan inbuilt into the dust pressurization system. Electric and gas hot water systems here. You obviously flick them on from inside. All the X-Treme models come standard with these scrub bars, so if you are doing some hefty bush work, that will push the branches away and stop you from dinging your panels. So we've got the higher checker plate as well, so The X-Treme model comes with the super high checker plate, so you're not going to get any pinstripes, bush stripes down the side of your van. We've got our 3 water tanks here, excuse me. We've got a dedicated 95 litre drinking water tank, which is fed off a separate pump and obviously a separate tank, so that's 95, and then 2 110s. So we're looking at roughly 300 litres of water. We've got our external TV outlet right there. We've got our external shower here. That's just your standard shower, which we don't actually use too much, to be honest with you. We're in New Zealand, so the actual 240 volt inlet is a bit different to the Australia one. Also got light bars throughout, and these are your fridge vents. So we've got a toilet cassette as well. I'm sure you guys know what one of them look like, so I'm not going to show you that, but it's in there. We've also got a massive storage area here too. This is one of the things I love about this van. That's a super handy space, and all these doors are actually super dust suppressed doors. It actually takes a fair lot to lock them. You've got to push on them to make that seal and keep the dust out. The X-Treme model comes with these tapered angles, so your departure angles are even better. A lot of vans just come straight out like that, but as you drop off obstacles and stuff, you're more entitled to hit the back. Also got rear bar system here, which you can get options for carrying 2 spare wheels. We've got obviously our tail lights. We've got some down low and then up high as well. Like I said, you can get 2 different spares, and you can actually get wood boxes and jerry can holders for the back. Moving around this side, obviously we've got our stabilizer legs on each quarter of the van. That's pretty standard as well. We've got another super handy little storage area just here, and this is one that I'm really excited about because I can actually fit a surfboard in there, which is pretty cool. And that actually goes pretty much the full height of the van. I can put surfboards, and it's good for long things, like if you had chairs and tables, they all go in there.
Fishing rods.
Fishing rod, that's right. Gidgies, spear guns, naughty kids, they can all go in there. So we've got these parameter lights around I think they're called clearance lights around the outside. Still got everything like your light and your grab handle, massive awning. We've got a surround sound system outside which goes off. We've tested that. It goes hard. We've also got a LED light bar up here. This is a orange. That was a big bug. It was massive. Just did a few bog laps to bug it off. So we've got a massive light bar up here. This is the same, goes really dark amber, orange, and also white. This is one thing I really like as well. Little picnic table, so every van should come standard with this, but unfortunately our Armalite at home doesn't. Go watch that walk around after this one as well. This is this part of the van that I really like because I'm a bit of a nerd when it comes to this sort of stuff. So I should point out, this is as the X-Treme comes as standard. This isn't extra'd out. This is the bare bones. If you order this model, this is what you get, and you can actually option from this. So in here we've got the Airbag Man air on board system, which is super cool. Like the van's on airbags, so if you pull up to a campsite and it's slightly not level, you can drop and pump down, and whatever side needs to go up and down, you can do that. It's a bit of a wank factor, but we love it. We wish we had it. It's made life so easy here. Also got an air outlet here, so if you need to pump your tyres up and your compressors in the car, you don't have to run your cord that far. You just plug in here, pump them straight up. Bob's your auntie. We've got 2 12 volt outlets here, double GPO 240 volt outlet, your TV outlet as well, and then obviously you've got your level plus your TV bracket, so if you want to watch TV or the footy or something outside, you can. Up here we've got a 240 volt outlet, so you can run air fryers, induction cookers, whatever you want out here. If you're cooking fish and you don't want to opt to put a Dometic slide out kitchen in this van, which is an option, you can just plug in a single burner induction cooker, cook your fish so you're not smelling out your van. Sounds simple, but it's the little things that count. Spoken about the awning. Also got another light here which is handy, orange and white. And then this is the other side of the tunnel boot, and just come around, I've just thrown stuff in here and you can just see the size of it. So we've got a Bunnings table, chairs, so much space in there, which is good. This is the Weber slide that I spoke about at the start. It's massive. Take a Ziggy or a Weber. Up the front here we've also got another light bar up the front, so if something did happen at night, you had to do a repair on the car or whatever, turn that bugger on and you got plenty of light. I'll speak from the wheels up. So we're running 285 70 R17 wheels, which are the same size tyres we run on our Prado at home, which are a big wheel, obviously 17-inch rims, and these are Mickey Thompson tyres, so the Duck's nuts, one of the best tyres you can get for touring, and they come standard on the X-Treme. Like I said, 150mm hot dip galvanised chassis, which is the chassis you want if you want to be touring around, staying on beaches in salty environments. Underneath, fully bash plated from front to back, so you don't have to worry about putting pool noodles around your plumbing and stuff. This van simply doesn't need it. It's already come bulletproof from the factory, and there's no low hanging fruit, so the independent alpha trailing arm suspension is the lowest thing that is on this van, so nothing's going to break if rocks come flying through from the car. Like I said, they're on airbags. We're running Petters shocks, so Australian made shocks, and everything on this van is as Australian made as it can get. So if there's any parts Urban can source from Australia, they do, and that's how they get that Australian made reputation. So they've got Urban Caravans, check it out, into the chassis as well, and for a bit of wank factor they've thrown in an LED strip light in here, so at night you can actually illuminate the Urban sign and light up all around your van in blue lighting, which is pretty cool, but we haven't really used it yet, but it is pretty sick. One thing I like about this van, in comparison to our Urban at home, is that this van comes standard with disc brakes. So we've driven our van at home for a long time now, and it's got drums. As soon as I got into this van, I could tell the difference instantly. It had disc brakes. It is so smooth, not jerky at all, and it just seems to pull up just as well as a really light van. So you wouldn't know that you're towing 3 ton around. The way it pulls up behind the Ranger is just so good and smooth. So definitely get disc brakes if you can. Makes a massive difference. I'll quickly touch on the 12 volt system too. So this van comes standard with 4 210 watt solar panels in parallel when we get around 40 amps of charge. So up there we've got 4 panels. We've also got the Dometic Ibis 4 aircon unit. We've got 2 hatches and also the TV antenna, so they fit a fair bit up on that roof. But like I said, this van is the bare bones of this model, so if you do want to delete a hatch and put an extra solar panel in or do bits and pieces like that, the option is there for you. This isn't it, and it's got 260 amp hours of lithium batteries. You can upgrade that to 400, 600, whatever you bloody want. So a lot of room to wiggle on this van, and it comes extremely capable out of the packet. So I'll pass you on to Sarah now, and she'll take you through the inside.
So coming inside now, we're going to have a little look through the inside. It's seriously luxury. We've got our kitchen here, so we've got bench space. Underneath there we've got 4-burner cooker, we've got the grill, and we've got the oven. Here we've got our full-size sink. It's got filtered water and then the normal tap water. We've got a drainer and then more bench space over here. All of the windows are Dometic windows. So the best part about these is that you actually just push them.
Gotta get the double click going on. There we go.
And then they stay out like that. We don't have those ones at home. We've got the little screw-on ones, so we're not used to it yet.
Just like to point out that how good does Mount Cook look today?
Yeah.
Seriously cool.
How's that for window views on the kitchen? Doesn't get much better. These are solar screens and then also fly wire, so when you've got your windows open you can keep the bugs out. Into the bedroom here we've got a queen size bed, storage all along the top, then we've got storage on the sides, there's a drawer, cupboard, and then also a large cupboard here with hanging space, which is pretty nifty. There's so much storage in this van. Honestly, the two of us could not fill it all up. I'd give it a good shot, but I probably wouldn't.
Quick trip to Kmart, you would.
Again, all storage, so if you have a look up here. Storage, and then like a little spice rack or something. Same. And then this one is full storage. Here we've got our electrical, so you've got your hot water, aircon,
main switch, entertainment system. That's for your bush stuff and parties.
Pretty specky. Around the corner they've got a smart TV bracket. So again, on this side we've got more storage space. All of this furniture is CNC furniture, so it's just like what you get at home. It's not stick furniture. We've got a huge lounge here. You could probably fit the whole family around there, even though it's a van for 2. We've got a swivel table so it goes up and moves around as well. Huge Dometic fridge. How many litres?
I think it's 227.
227. And if you have a look, we cannot fill this in. It's just full of Pepsi. Then you've got your freezer up the top. And microwave, another hatch. Coming into the bathroom, we've got a huge storage cupboard on the side here. So 2 spaces there, a drawer, and then this one is just a little flip out cupboard. So you can fit your toilet paper and cleaning chemicals in there. More storage up the top here. And then we've got in here, best part of the van, this is definitely going in our next van, a washing machine. And if I remember correctly, we may have left rubbish.
No.
Oh no.
I've cleaned it out. Thank you very much.
So there's a washing machine in there, which we're so excited to get in our next van.
Because why?
Oh,
I'll say, because Sarah always gets into fights with other people at the caravan parks doing washing. People don't. Because people
are just inconsiderate, care about everyone else.
And they jump the queue. Sarah will wait for like 2 hours for her time to use the washing machine and someone's stolen her spot.
Anyway, and I'm too nice to say anything, so.
Snooze, you lose.
Next part is our full-size shower.
Massive.
Huge. I'll get in and I'll show everyone, even though I'm tiny. Have a look at this. Massive. On the right hand side here we've got the Dometic toilet. That one's a cassette toilet, it's not a composting toilet, but I'm sure that you can option that out if you want. Fan, the little hatch window there so you don't stink out the van. And then while you're going for your number 2s, you can just lock yourself in here so no one else can smell. Alright, so the next fabulous thing about this van is there's 240 volt and USB chargers everywhere. So basically on this side of the couch I've got a USB and 240, and then also Keelan's got some on his side, which is awesome because you're not fighting and climbing over each other to like get some power. Up on the roof there we've got the Dometic Ibis 4, which is heater and aircon, so it's come in super handy in New Zealand, running it as a heater. And next to the bed we've also got Sirocco fans, so there's one on each side of the bed so you can both have your own fan. You've got the reading lights down there, 2 reading lights, and they just switch off like that, it's just touch. And then in here we've got a little nook, and inside is 240 power, USB charger and cigarette lighter. Van's also got internal speakers, so when you're playing your music outside, it's also playing inside. Like we said, heaps of storage. Jesus, Keelan.
Crammed it in there, eh?
Heaps of storage up above. This van is honestly just space everywhere. It's so good. And the best part is, if I needed to ever get to the electrical stuff, which I probably wouldn't, is I can just lift that with one hand. You can actually lower the table and you can put these inserts in and make that into a separate bed. And then you've also got this cushion here which extends the bed if you are taller than 6'2".
Alright, so one thing I forgot to mention on the external of the van, they come standard with a reversing camera, and that's your Safety Dave head unit for your car so you can see what the van's doing. Definitely forgot to mention that. Sarah pointed out that there's a smart TV bracket. It definitely comes with the smart TV as well, and that's under the bed. We haven't installed that yet. We don't watch too much TV. So this is the heart of the system. This is where all the 12 volt stuff is, and as you can see, super neat BM Pro front end system. We're running a EnerDrive 40 plus DC to DC charger. So this is regulating your alternator current as well as your solar, so you can get up to 40 amps with this from the sun, and obviously 50 from your alternator as well. We're running 2 130 amp hour lithium batteries, so 260 amp hours in total, and we're running a 3000 watt pure sine wave inverter. That one there's an TIG Welded one, and that's doing the job, running the aircon off grid, all your air fryers, whatever you throw it at, hair straighteners. The 3000 watt pure sine wave can definitely run it. We're running a BM Pro HA35 amp AC charger, and that's coupled up with the Odyssey front end BM Pro system, so we'll get to that in a minute. But pretty much this is the smarts of your system. It's all coming here, and then all your loads, super easy. So say we had an issue with our fridge, I know for the fact number 1 output is your fridge, and you can start from there fault finding. It's so easy and simple to find. Anyone can do it, so if you did have any issues, it definitely pays to have a really neat system so you can work out what's going wrong with your van. We stated before that the electric and gas hot water system, that's just behind this section here. So is all your electric and hot water gas, and the switches are up in that cabinet that we showed you before. So the next thing we'll show you is the Odyssey BM Pro front end, and that's such a simple system that anyone can sort of use and work out how much solar is coming in, how much loads are going out, etc, etc. So let's go have a look at that. So here we've got the BM Pro Odyssey front end system. So this is pretty much the computer, the heart of everything. Everything is switched on and off via this pad. And also this switch here. So this is your master switch for your lights and stuff, and as you can see, we can turn the lights on and off from that, but also we can turn the lights on and off from this system here. So each zone of the caravan, you've got bedroom, living and kitchen, and then bathroom. They're all switched via the front end here. So if we want to turn on the bedroom, we just hit number 1 zone, number 2, number 3, so forth. We've also got the 2 water pumps. So like Sarah said, we've got a dedicated drinking water tank, and what that allows us to do is have 2 separate pumps. So if you did pick up contaminated water, you can isolate certain pumps and not contaminate your whole system. So we've got 95 litres for dedicated drinking water, which is a crap ton, and then we've got the second pump, which is pumping out the 210 litres, so 220 litres in total, which is super handy. Eco mode. This mode simply allows you to flick it on when you're in transit, so the car is running the fridge, as well as obviously charging up the batteries as well, so you're not double dipping out of your batteries. We've got all our tank levels here, so like I said, tank 1, tank 2, tank 3, and then we've also can monitor our grey water tank, which is super important for whatever country you're touring in. Having a grey water, we think is crucial, because some national parks you're not actually allowed to enter unless you have some way of actually catching your grey water. If we flick up here, this is where all our statistics lay. So we've got 5 amp hours coming out of our batteries at the moment, which will probably be because the Dometic fridge is cycling. You can see here we've got 8 hours till empty, which isn't quite true, because we were running the aircon probably 10 minutes ago. And then you've got your different input sources, so you can see whether it's solar, auxiliary charge from the car, or plugged into mains. Super effective system, and if we get out of this all together, go back to the front end, this is actually a tablet as well, so you can use this as a computer. You can watch videos off this. It's got Google on it. You've got to connect it to the internet obviously, but if you were living in this flat tack, you could actually use this as a little laptop.
Research, Google,
yeah,
recipes,
whatever.
while you're cooking.
Yeah, you could use it as a recipe while you're cooking, I don't know, but it's just a cool little feature. We've never really used it for that. And one thing we forgot to point out too, that there's strip lighting above the cupboards and on the floorway as well, like mood lighting they call it. That's one thing that we forgot to mention. I think that's about it.
One last thing that I forgot to mention about the inside is that it is all customizable. So splashbacks, bench tops, floors, everything you can customize to whatever color you want. They've got a huge color range. All of the cupboards, you can get matte colors, gloss colors, whatever you want. So pretty much when you order your van, you'll get the option to change the whole inside and order exactly what you want. Color of the couch, everything is to your liking, which is awesome. So I hope you guys enjoyed this very quick walk around of the Urban X-Treme. I know everyone is going to ask us what's the price of this van, but we're not going to touch on that because the prices do differ from Australia to New Zealand and state to state. So if you are looking at this van and you want a quote, we'll put a link in the description and you can just click on that, fill it out, and then someone from Urban will get back to you with a quote for you.
If you are interested in getting an Urban Caravan, whether you're in Australia or New Zealand, fling us an email. We have some good contacts at Urban. They've set up a package deal for all of our viewers. So let us know if you are interested and we'll put you in contact with the right people. Yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed today's walk around. Like I said, this is the bare bones basic version of the X-Treme. We're going to be touring around the South Island of New Zealand for the next 5 weeks. We are absolutely having a cracker time. We've been here for a week and a half. We're enjoying it. And then when we get back to Australia, we'll be back in the Urban Armalite, which is a smaller version of the Urban, and we'll be doing trips to Cape York and
back
stuff.
To the warm.
Yeah, back to the warm weather, which we can't wait for already. So If you are interested in that sort of content, guys, please subscribe, like and comment. We love hearing from you, and the support will go a long way. So thanks heaps for watching, guys. And if you want, we'll put up the Urban Armalite walkthrough that we did earlier on in the year. Go watch that one, guys, and we'll see you next time.